Hey everybody, welcome to our visual aid for the year. This tree is what we want to be as a church. We want to be rooted, deep roots in the Lord Jesus Christ. We want to be growing together as disciples, and we want to be bearing fruit in our communities, wherever it is that the Lord has placed us. What we really sense is that it's that rootedness that is so important. The growing happens automatically. The bearing fruit happens automatically. That is God's words. Paul talks about how he planted, Apollos watered, and yet the Lord made it grow. We need to be rooted in the Lord Jesus. And we want to share with you some plans about what that's going to look like in the new year.
Back in November, the elders went up to Blackpool for the conference, and we went a day early. The reason was that we wanted to think about the future, wanted to pray together, talk together in that kind of unrushed time. And what became clear was that actually we didn't get where we thought we might go. What really became clear was a kind of situation, a feeling that's summed up by this verse from the 3rd chapter of Joshua. The people on the brink of the promised land. It's a really exciting opportunity. And Joshua says this to the people. Joshua told the people, "Consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you." There's that certainty that the Lord is going to act. That's what he does. He works for his glory, for the good of his people, to save the lost. But the people had a responsibility as well. They were to consecrate themselves. And so we really felt as elders, it was really important that our hearts were in the right place, that we were focused upon the Lord. And so we as a group, we committed to a week of prayer and fasting. We fasted at lunchtime and we prayed together, whether we were in person or whether it was on Zoom. We came together on Monday evening and sought the Lord together about the future of the church. And really, two things became clear to us. One, it be confirmed in our hearts that we want to be a church that plants churches. We want to be ready within the next 5 years to be able to plant at least one church. Who knows what the Lord would do in our midst. But secondly, this is not a thing for the elders to do on our own. It's not something that we can just proclaim and everybody else just walks along with us. We want to do this together as a church. And so what I want to do in the new year is to call the church to a time of prayer, of reflection, and of fasting. There's going to be lots of things that come in accompaniment with this video that will tell you lots of things about that will help you understand what it means to fast, what we're doing and what we're not doing in that situation. But what we want to do is to search our hearts, have them open before the Lord, so that we can discern together what his will is for us. In the new year, we're going to preach the first 3 chapters of the book of Revelation. There's this incredible vision of Jesus in the first chapter. We want him to fill all that we do and to be the one on whom we focus. And then in chapters 2 and 3, the Lord Jesus writes letters to 7 churches. And in it, he says what he loves about that church, what he really values about the church, but also what he's saying to that church. Maybe what they've got wrong, maybe what they've missed, maybe something from the past that they've lost. We want to understand as a church how the Lord Jesus sees us and what he wants us to do for the future. We really believe this is an exciting time in the life of our church. People have been coming from no background at all. We're starting the year with some baptisms. That's going to be amazing on the 11th of January. But we don't want to go anywhere that he is not going. But where he is leading, we want to follow. Headley Park Church, we want to consecrate ourselves. We want to lay our hearts open before the Lord, for he is going to do mighty and exciting things. Will you join us in the new year as we look to follow Jesus in everything that we do?